Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be going over another Love Cup team. This team actually was created by House Stark, Twitch TV. You know what? I'll find it for you. I think it's Twitch TV slash House Stark 93. So if you want to go check out his channel, I believe this is like the only team he uses, and it's very good. So we decided to try it out. It's going to be Wormadam Trash with GALARIAN SLOWBRO and Alomomola. So Alomomola is basically the safe swap just because it's super bulky. But it really depends on the matchups as well. And then Galarian Slowbro actually is pretty sick. It has Poison Jab, Sludge Bomb, Psychic, or Focus Blast. House Stark uses Psychic, and I've decided to use Psychic as well. You can always bait the Focus Blast on the things that you need to Focus Blast. Our Wormadam is not an XL. It is a lucky trade that I made so long ago, I guess, for Sylph. So I'm just going to keep using that one, as I don't really have the dust to justify making a second version that is slightly better. And I'm not sure how much better it is, to be honest. I didn't look it up, but I'm sure the XL is better. So first matchup here against Lickitung. You know, this isn't the worst matchup. Having Confusion on a Mon that isn't taking super effective from Shadow Claw or from Lick damage here is very nice, because the charge moves that Lickitung uses, Body Slam and Power Whip, they actually are resisted, so no need to shield any of those. You soft lose this matchup, that's fine, and I think I'll probably come in Slowbro and get that energy advantage. Actually, I think I'm using Slowbro as the safe swap, man. Just saying it in the intro, but I actually am using Slowbro as the safe swap, because having the energy advantage can really get you pretty far here. So I try to time my moves with the Incinerates to get these off. It's going to take 2 to KO. They do shield the first one. Now, I do try to catch here, and I don't care if this is even a Brave Bird, because Alolomola's bulk's just going to be pretty good here. Now, against Metacham, depends what they end up throwing here. I probably am unwilling to shield, and we can just go into a Slowbro matchup. And then if I think I can make it to 2 Psychics, I'll go for 2 Psychics. But we get a ton of lag here, and I decide, you know what, screw it. I'm not even going to try. And you can see they got in a few counters. I'm not sure that we got in any waterfalls. This is just the state of the game, so I wouldn't be surprised if I lose this matchup. But we are pretty far ahead at this point, especially with the shield advantage, and I do end up switching out here, and I can always just shield this and farm down. It's definitely worth it, because the Talonflame is going to be out of energy. It's actually going to be 1 away from the next Flame Charge, and 2 away from a possible Brave Bird. And if they do end up Flame Charging, it'll probably take us out here, and they end up going for a lot more farm, and we decide to, you know what, we're going for it. We're going for wins. And that's going to be GG. Definitely, I wouldn't be surprised if all of these games have super lag. I've been lagging the last like 3 or 4 days in GBL. So, all right, an Electrode. So one thing to note. Oh, this person DC'd. Okay, well, just like last game, but on their side. I think that's probably just going to be over here then. One thing to note, though, is that Electrode has Hyper Beam. But that Hyper Beam is resisted by Wormadam. But I have been seeing a lot more foul plays, actually. And I guess that's just to have neutral matchups against... Or maybe super effective. No, but maybe super effective against the Galarian Slowbro. Although I think Discharge is just fine. Alright, next matchup. Metacham in the lead. I usually just stay in and I go for the Bug Buzz. And then I can decide whether or not I'm going to switch. If it lands, it lands. If it doesn't, sometimes I switch, sometimes I don't. Really think depends on what you think is in the back, if you've played the person before. And they end up going for another Pup here, so I decide to switch out since Pup is going since counter is going to be double resisted. I don't care about that Pup damage. It incentivizes the opponent to switch rather than to stay in and throw a Psychic, because all of that buffed up damage is actually not really doing anything. So they come in with Lickitung here. Lickitung definitely seen a lot in this cup. Super effective lick damage. But we do get to bait the Focus Blast there. Like I was saying before, we can always bait that Focus Blast. They're almost always going to shield 1. They'll never shield twice, because you don't actually make it to a bait and a Focus Blast. Or, yeah. I'm pretty sure. But not having Focus Blast, that's tough. Anyways, we resist these charge moves, and I'm not going to shield anything. Gonna try to go for a farm down. If I don't get it, I don't get it. I end up switching out at the exact same time they switch out, trying to catch the move. All right, I'm going to be showing 2 sets here since this is the team I've used the most, but I have used a ton of teams. Actually, if you notice the ELO difference from this video and the last, I'm down like 100 or so points because I've been trying to break Love Cup, and I don't know if it's breakable. This team has done the best for me, I will say, before, even though I have one more video coming out tomorrow, this team has done the best for me. I end up catching a pup here. At least I think it's a pup. Oh, it was a psychic. That was an awful catch. All right, we might be going for an L in this game because you don't want. Oh no. All right, like this is GBL. Okay, we've shown 3 games. 3 games have had lag. Perfect. At least you can tell from the video that we're not just showing any old game. I mean, we're just showing any old game in GBL because lag. Perfect. Okay. I'll probably come in a Alomomola just because we kind of have to. We don't get anything through. That sucks. I'm going to shield a possible Brave Bird, and that is a Brave Bird. And we are not able to get it down before it. This is probably another Brave Bird, but I don't think I'm going to shield. Maybe I should have just shielded there. And they end up having Slowbro in the back, and this is pretty much over. What I can do is try to go for a Psychic, get a debuff. Maybe they'll switch out, and then we can farm down something. Or try to catch on Wormadam here. But we end up getting taken out anyways, and that's going to be GG. I probably just don't shield this, yeah. So what could we have done? Definitely this game was terrible. Don't try to catch Psychic on something that takes a lot of damage from Psychic. All right, Mad Cargo. This is a really bad matchup, but Mad Cargo is actually easier to handle than Talonflame. Talonflame is like very difficult to handle because at least the Iron Head's doing neutral damage to Mad Cargo. So whenever they switch out, you can try to build an energy advantage on Wormadam and try to eventually throughout the game land 2 Iron Heads, and the confusion actually does do a decent amount. They end up staying in forever here. I go for the bait, and then I just go for a Psychic here. I go for the Focus Blast bait, I mean. And they end up not even trying to get out of this matchup, and we just take each other out. This is great. The odds of them having another fire is pretty low, so that's why I decided to come in with Wormadam here. And I'm just going to stay in this matchup again. This is pup. They're going to pup all the way through this, and I'm going to try to go for Bug Buzz. Bug Buzz has the potential for a defense drop, as well as it being neutral against Metacham, whereas the Iron Head is resisted. So coming in this Clefable matchup, we just want to try to get the shield. That way we can, well, I think if they stay, we can go for 2 Psychics here. So that's why I would not go for a Hydro Pump, and I think they're trying to farm us all the way down so that they can have enough energy to possibly deal with Wormadam, like take it out, like take our shield out and then throw another resisted move, allowing Metacham to then just take over the game. But they end up not being able to counter us, not being able to charm us down, and that's going to be GG. We want to shield the second pup or the second move in general because that's going to be doing more damage, and we know that they've already been prone to going for Power Up Punch. So we go 5-0 this set. You don't have to watch me catching the Fortress there, but I will say I actually ran out of balls during one of the encounters with a Reggie. I think I used like 7 or 8, and that's all I had. Man, I really need to stock up, especially since Community Day. Well, when I'm recording this Community Day is tomorrow, but I think you'll probably see this video the day after Community Day. So I really need to grind up because Community Day is coming up, and I really need that triple Stardust. I'm sure we all need it because, wow. Also, Lickitung is in raids, and I am so doing Lickitung raids and trading all of those Lickitungs and hoping that I can finally make a Lickitung. I seem to be the only like content creator that doesn't have Lickitung yet. Or even outside, I feel like I'm the only person that doesn't have an XL Lickitung in Great League. If you don't have it, definitely message in the comments below. I know your struggle. Let me just say that. All right. I've missed the whole beginning of this matchup. Anyways, it looks like we double shielded our Slowbro here. They probably baited us with a Hyper Beam, and then we had to shield the second one just in case it was another Hyper Beam. But we have a huge energy advantage, and we can use that to regain the shields back against this Medicham. But they end up not shielding either of these Sledge Bombs, or Sledge Bombs, and then they only have a Macargo in the back, and boom, we have a Alomomola, and that's GG. So that's one of the really great things about a Galarian Slowbro there. It's that you can regain some shield advantage if you do use them. Okay, in this matchup, I do like to just go straight Bug Buzz. They almost always shield this because landing the Bug Buzz is obviously really good against them. We do get this defense drop, though, and that means we actually could win this matchup with another Bug Buzz, which usually Alomomola is winning this matchup, so I decided to shield the Psychic. It could have been a Hydro Pump, but they almost never go Hydro Pump, but I still shield it anyways because one of these days they're going to go Hydro Pump and I'm going to be caught unaware. So they come in with Ariados, and I'm like, okay, this is a pretty good matchup for me. They must have double poison, though, is my thought process here. So I want to throw this Iron Head, and then I probably am going to switch out into Galarian Slowbro. Oh no, I switched straight into Alomomola. This is kind of weird, only because... Okay, well, they can't have, like, a fire in the back, so I guess this is just neutral, and I'm trying... Oh, I see what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to farm this all the way down so that I have a Psychic for their last mon, which I assume is also a bug. And it ends up being the Ariados here. I am already double lunged, though, so even though this is going to be super effective, I have 2 attack stat debuffs, and yeah, we're going down here. But it's actually really bad because this has X Scissor as well, which is going to be super effective against Slowbro. So I have to think, am I able to confusion this down before it gets to a move to take me out that I do resist, but it does end up taking me out. And now all of a sudden I'm all in on Slowbro here. But it's going to take more than 2 lunges to take me out, and a Sludge Bomb is going to be good enough here to take this out. So we should be safe. I think it usually does take more than 2 lunges. Yeah. I guess they would be 2 lunges and then they farm you down before you really do anything. And they're resisting the poison jabs as well. So it is very risky. All right, this game against Softove, who streams on Twitch sometimes. Definitely go check her out. Twitch.tv/Softove, maybe? I don't know the exact URL, but you can probably find her. Anyways, again, a Alomomola lead. We decide we're going to throw the Bug Buzz, as we always do. And like I said, we usually lose this matchup. I'm going to always shield just in case it's a Hydro Pump. I won't be caught with my pants down. And it is... I remember her team right now, so I guess I won't say anything. But yeah, we end up landing this Bug Buzz, and then we're going for the confusion down here. I try to catch the Psychic onto my Alomomola, but I don't, and that's fine. Going to get taken out here. I'm going to come in Slowbro, I think. Oh, I come in Alomomola, and they end up coming in with a Charmer. So I decide I'm going to come in with Slowbro. Now, this Sylveon can get to... what is the move? Psystrike? Psyshock. So I decided to shield that and go for the full farm down because they never get to 2 here. If they come in with a Alomomola, they already threw energy twice at Wormadam, and it's so slow that it will not get to another move. They do come in with a Charmer here, and what I'll do is throw this move. I think the clock is probably coming up soon, so I want to make sure to pause right there. You see I pause, I wait for the Charm animation to come through, and then I throw the move just to make sure that I get that off and that they don't catch it. That's the last thing we would want in this game, since we were already basically set to win that game no matter what. We had 2 hard counters to Charm, and they had 2 Charmers. So, all right, Slowbro. This matchup usually is in favor of the Slowbro. I always try to get that extra confusion in right there. The Water Pulse does a lot. You can choose to shield that. You can choose to not shield it. It's up to you. They get the confusion back. Game's working as normal or as intended, which is rare. So I usually go for the 2 Bug Buzzes here. You can get it off before they get... Oh, this must be a Psychic. So if you really want to... Oh, it was a Water Pulse. Okay, but you can get both shields because you're doing super effective and they're just doing neutral. Anyways, we end up getting Switch. They come with a fire. That's fine. We have a Alomomola. And they didn't get too much off of the first one. Off the Wormadam. They only got to farm one. Double super effective Incinerate. Who knew? Does an absolute ton. Even if we had like 30% health, it probably would have one shot there. They do end up going for the Psychic here, but I decide, you know what? The worst possible thing that can happen is if they bait me and I shield, because then they get to a pumped up Psychic, and I'm fine in this back half shielding the second move, although I think this probably is a pup. But either way, it didn't matter. I don't really need the shields for Alomomola against Magcar Go. So in that situation, it's always better to shield the second move, because even if it's a Psychic, the worst thing that could happen is a pup shielding the pup and then getting Psychicked. Whereas getting double Psychicked, probably not going to happen because you outpace it to that second one. All right, we come in with Slowbro into the starting matchup of Magcar Go. Obviously, this is a very bad starting matchup, but like I said before, you'd rather have that than Talonflame. Talonflame, I'm not sure I've ever won a game against a Talonflame lead. I mean, I must have, but the backlines must have been really bad against like Slowbro or something. Anyways, they come in with their own Slowbro, and they're going to farm us down. No, they end up throwing energy here. Great for us, because I'm coming in Wormadam, and I'm going to farm this all the way down, and hopefully I'll have energy by the end to throw multiple Iron Heads into the Magcar Go, as well as the first time they come in with Magcar Go, they're going to be throwing an Incinerate, which means when I come in a Alomomola, they're going to take that double super effective Waterfall, which is going to be doing damage to it. So there, I decided to throw a Confusion just to get my energy through. I didn't want them to actually sneak an Incinerate. That would be the worst. And then now it's super low and does get KO'd by an Iron Head. So we're going to have to shield this lunge. At this point, our win con is to get the Psychic off against the Ariados. So I'm going to just try for extra waterfalls there. You see I'm not throwing right away. And then I'm also going to need to land a... well, if I land 2 Psychics on the Ariados, I just win, because then I waterfall down the Magcar Go. If I don't land the 2 Psychics and I get KO'd somehow, then I need to farm down and have that Iron Head, which will probably KO this Magcar Go anyways. But I knew they were one away from the move, so I decided to catch, which is pretty risky. I don't know that I necessarily needed to do that. As you can see, game's working great. Fantastic. 4 games of lag, and I showed 10 games. That sounds about right. In fact, yeah, 40% of the time you're lagging or your opponent's lagging. That's how the game is right now. That sucks. But this team is a fantastic team. Definitely you should try this out. Again, House Stark made this team. I didn't make the team. But, oh, that's the wrong one. But I've been using this team, and I do think, like I said, I do think it's fantastic, and you should try this team out if you have a Galarian Slowbro. Didn't show my IVs there because my IVs are terrible. Apparently, I only caught 3 Galarian Slowbros, so I'm using a rank 800 one. So if you have that, use it, and it should be good. I'll see you in the next one.